So when you evaluate an AI company, whether as an investor looking at pitch or an executive evaluating a competitive threats, what's your systemic frame?
Yeah, so it's very similar to Moneyball in that there are different ways to evaluate talent. The talent is a company that you might be investing in, or the talent might be an actual baseball player. Like one of the big conflicts in Moneyball is you have metrics that you could measure, like how quickly can you swing a bat, how fast can you throw a pitch, can you throw a pitch with accuracy. Those are things that could actually be measured, but they're things that are more like human behavior. Can this person perform under pressure? Do we think, they're 18 years old now, are they going to improve and be a better athlete, or have they already reached their peak? And that's very hard to quantifiably measure. It's the human factor. And same thing with investment. It's easier to measure, okay, this company has some product. Here's how much more value it might add to a company. Here's the TAM, the total addressable market. They have great technology, but only a subset of companies may get value out of it. Or every company on the planet, like cybersecurity improvement. Everybody needs cybersecurity. That is a bigger addressable market. Those things are quantifiable. The less quantifiable are looking at like the leaders, like the entrepreneurs themselves. Are these people that can do the job? Are they technical, and will the product be effective? Are they when I say humble, are they willing to take feedback and change their path? So some entrepreneurs you work with, they come up with a great idea. That's like they did a PhD in that, and they're willing to learn more, or they did their PhD and they only want to stick to this one example. So are people willing, if I'm the investor, to listen to my advice? Are they able to articulate? Are they good salespeople, which is very much needed to get the company off the ground and whatever the number is, the first million in sales? Are they willing to bring on partners? So when they grow, like, are they an individual type of person where you don't think they'd work well in a team? Have they ever led a team before? And if not, do you think they can do it for the first time? So that's kind of like evaluating the talent, quantifiable, addressable market, and talent.
Let me put a scenario. So if one company has an impressive technology and big name investors like Sequoia, but another has fewer resources, real production customers, how do you make that call?
Yeah, great question. And similar, like with Moneyball, players, all the big market teams, the Sequoias and Horowitzes of the world, Insight Partners, all the big players are going after, all the big companies, teams are going after the exciting folks. And then we would get a scout that would recognize a player that everyone else gave up with, or they were a player that was good 5 years ago, their arm broke, they had surgery, we think they could be fixed. Like one great player, Jake Arietta, when the Cubs won the World Series, he was a good player when he was younger. Then he kind of went down, and we thought if we could make one adjustment, have him throw one different type of pitch, he would be able to reclaim it. And he did, and he threw a no-hitter. He became one of the most important factors. But nobody else was even looking at him as a player. So the way I look at things is number one, if you are a small company and you have an idea and you find value in it, it doesn't even matter if they're pre-customer. That may add risk if they don't have a customer yet. But if I see this great market opportunity